podcast where they cut the chips on the Japanese Wii's to make it harder to mod.
Was it the second podcast as well where you announced that you could speak Japanese? Excuse me.
That's for all you Japanese viewers out there.
Yeah. I have the coolest Japanese signage in the world.
Oh yeah.
Haven't my friend that went to Japan, haven't you seen what I have in my bathroom?
No.
I have a
I think you showed me, but I forgot.
It's like a subway sign that has Sonic the Hedgehog on it.
Oh, I think I remember.
And he's pointing, and in Japanese, it says it in Japanese above it, and underneath it says toilet. And he's pointing to it's Sonic pointing to where you would go to use the washroom. Yeah, apparently they were all over the place in the subways, and he stole one for me.
Wow.
Thanks, Chris.
That's
yeah, I have it hanging up in my bathroom downstairs, pointing towards the toilet. Yeah, and it's for sale for the right price. I'll sell anything for the right. Yeah, actually, I wonder how much. I bet I could get. There's some pretty crazy Sonic fans out there. Yeah. If anyone that listens to this podcast writes Sonic fan fiction, they'd probably pay me hundreds of dollars for it.
Well, the only thing is that everybody who likes Sonic is usually like the new Sonic games, so like Sonic Heroes or whatever. They're like 12.
Yeah, true enough.
So they're not going to spend like $300 on a picture.
No. Well, maybe if they steal mom and dad's credit card. I take stolen credit cards. Just kidding.
Now accepting stolen credit cards.
Also on PSP, the Daedalus R12 release. Again, that's for anybody that doesn't know. That is the N64 emulator for PSP.
Another one.
Well, the last one. With every release, they're getting better and better.
Sound yet?
No. But this one was optimized specifically for GoldenEye and Super Smash Brothers.
Ooh, GoldenEye. Oh, GoldenEye's a good idea to go back and play, and then you play it and you're like, oh, this game's terrible.
Yeah, well, Super Smash Brothers, they were having some frame rate issues, but no, it apparently runs. I haven't installed it yet. My PSP's sitting right on my desk here. I was going to install it tonight and check it out, but apparently it's running buttery, nice and smooth, so everybody should download it, check it out, see what you think. That is, if you are running any firmware version.
I was thinking about it.
That will allow you to. Yeah, you should bring yours over. We should mess around with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
What firmware version are you running right now?
The one that came with Crush, so it wouldn't be anything higher than 3.5.
Oh, okay. No, we can take care of that. That's not a problem.
Maybe.
DS
I might
stuff?
stick to my laurels.
DS stuff. You got anything to report in DS news, Jordan? I don't know anyone that's Jordan, stop watching the TV. You're like.
It looked like he was floating in the air. Spider-Man, he does that. No. DS news, like, other than game releases, which I guess we'll cover later.
And other than the fact that you just want to throw you have fallen a victim of the Nintendo hype. Keep in mind, this is a guy that later on in this podcast is going to trash talk Nintendo for a glitchy system. And here he is,
I'm pretty mad about that one.
He has a DS, but he's convinced that he needs a DS Lite.
Okay, well, for one thing, the DS Lite is lighter. It's
hence
smaller.
The name.
Yeah, and the screens are brighter. Plus, my current DS has like 3 giant dead pixels on it, which kind of cuts into the experience sometimes. Someone's talking, there's a big green like dot on their eye or something. It's.
Do you play your DS often?
I would.
Oh, yeah, are you convincing I think you're convincing yourself of that.
Well,
my first comment was, will it play games that your current one won't? No.
Well, I don't know.
What would you do with the other one? Sell it?
Yeah,
I'll buy it from you.
How much?
$25.
I can get like 40 from EB, and that's like the lowest. Like, Marketplace is gonna give me 60.
Well, then trade it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't give me that back talk. It's not like
don't sass me, boy. No, nothing really new to report DS wise.
The fact that people at Rogers apparently don't know what a DS Lite is.
No, that doesn't surprise me. They didn't know what the darkness was.
That's
either.
Amazing. Well, not only did they not know what it was, they just told you they didn't carry it. Despite the fact they had 3 in stock.
They told me they didn't carry it, and when I said, yeah, you do, you have 3 copies of it, they immediately said, oh, they haven't been returned yet.
Yeah.
Returned yet? I'm thinking to myself, oh, didn't they just come out?
Yeah.
What was the release date on Darkness?
What? I don't know, last Tuesday or something.
Okay, so, regardless.
I almost bought that today, too. I was looking at it, and I was like, I guess I'll wait and buy a DS Lite instead. But that or a computer chair. But that's not really gaming news, so.
That's right. Well, it could be. We could fit that into game. Maybe it's a Z-Boards gaming chair.
Or one of those gaming chairs from, like, 40-year-old Virgin. It has, like, the big joysticks on the side.
That would be awesome.
That'd be the stupidest thing to play.
Awesome.
Buy one then.
Awesome. I will. I can buy one on eBay.
You know what you could do, because of the Wii controllers, you could like split them up, put the cord underneath your chair, and have like little mounts for like each part of the controller. Except for like you'd have to like have. I guess that wouldn't work because you have to move the controller a lot.
Yes, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, like put like one side of each controller on each. It'd be like the 40-year-old virgin chair, except for have like one section of the Wii controller on each arm of the chair.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Except for you got to move the controller a lot, so it probably wouldn't work that well.
Yeah.
Playing Wii Sports sitting down, that thing wouldn't work too well.
Yeah, you'd have to move the whole chair.
Yeah, that could be cool. If you want to swing, you could just like swing from side to side.
Turn it into a combat sport. Get two of those chairs and knock each other out with the chairs. So DS, we're gonna skip over the DS stuff. I want to hear. We're gonna go over to Wii because I want to hear Jordan's. I want to know what's going on with your Wii.
I thought it was gonna be on the what's been playing part.
No, we're gonna talk about the Wii right now, and I want to.
I guess this is kind of news because it's apparently I'm not the only one this happens to.
Oh, really?
Oh no, I went on the forum. There was like a 15-page thread on GameSpot about people who've had the exact same problem.
Okay, now what is the problem?
Well, I went around shopping for Resident Evil 4. Real short story on that. Like, everybody in town either had had the EB thing of like opened copy for $35 with like it's out of the case or whatever. I was like, I'll wait. Or else they had like the $40 version, so I ended up buying like a $40 version, but it's not a big deal. Off that, went home. Went to play. I'm like, yeah, Resident Evil 4. I haven't played this game in like a year and a half. I love this game. Went to play it. Started walking, and I looked, and I'm like, my Wii is a little bit off a little bit because I can see little green dots on some parts. Like whenever it is fog out, for some reason that affect.
No, when you say green dots, like, are you talking like what?
Staticky green dots.
Well, give me an idea of what kind of size you're talking about here. A pixel, and how many of them?
Well, you gotta realize when I say a pixel, it's like a 480p pixel, except for like upscan to 720, so it's a little bigger.
Okay.
But lots of them.
Oh, really?
Like
dozens?
Well, my 52 inches, more than dozens. Okay. So, like how? Okay, I'm trying. Imagine like my 52-inch TV, and then imagine like a little bit bigger in a fist size near the middle, and then like one in the bottom right corner. And if you go over like a certain color for some reason, like a certain color range,
really,
it'll show all these bright green dots going on and off and stuff.
No,
like that.
Is that?
It's like, really noticeable when you look at the sky.
Is that what the problem is?
Yes. Now, turns out you noticed it the most in Resident Evil 4 because it brought this out. It had the colors that hit just the right color gamut that brings out all these dots. But I went back and played Zelda, and the exact same thing happened there. It wasn't as noticeable, and there wasn't as many because the color isn't as prevalent in that game.
That's really whack.
So
what is it? Is it a hardware issue?
Okay, let me finish my story.
All right.
So I'm like, oh, well, I got to go see if this is the game that's doing this, or if it's breaking systems, because that's immediately everyone's thought is when they put in a new game and all of a sudden their system doesn't work anymore, it's the game's fault, right?
Yeah. Turns
out, doing some research, this fancy thing that Nintendo's been advertising called Wii Connect 24. Apparently, what it does is the basis of what it does is it gives you updates on the Wii or something like that through the internet while it's off. So it's kind of on standby mode the entire time.
Yeah.
Apparently, while it's on standby mode, it has stuff like the processors and everything running, but it doesn't have the fans running to save energy. And the system's overheating and ruining GPUs. So it turns out it ruined my GPU, and now every other game won't work. Well, it'll